One day you wake up and realize that the life you were living, it's not making sense to you anymore. And you've been going through the motions, maybe it's your career, relationships, friends and lifestyle and routines. It's who you are now. But deep down you know that something's off and you can put your finger on it. And eventually it hits you that staying the same is costing you more than the effort necessary to change or transform something in your life. And maybe people in your life won't get it. Maybe they're gonna say you've changed, that you are a different person, that you are treating them differently. But the reality is you are changing. By the way, I'm Diego Goulart and I make videos on personal growth for gay, bi, and queer men. And if that resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. I post weekly videos on different topics, and my goal is to inspire you to be a better version of yourself that you can be today. And there's a saying that I love that says, change so much that people won't recognize you. And I'm here to tell you today that you deserve to be unrecognizable. And you deserve to be constantly evolving and constantly changing and being the better version of yourself at a given time. Someone who's free, that feels alive and confident, that other people don't even recognize anymore. But then, honestly, at that point, perhaps you start recognizing yourself for the first time. And in my own healing and personal development work, I took on the challenge of becoming unrecognizable to other people. And I changed and transformed so much in the last few years that um, perhaps people that I haven't seen in a few years, if we meet again, they are not gonna recognize me because I'm not the person I used to be. And I know that in a few years' time, I'm not gonna be the person that I am now. And I took on this motto of transforming so much because I hit a wall. I was extremely unhappy with my life after achieving what society expected me to achieve. I worked for more than 10 years in corporate. I had a marketing career. I did a business degree. And we had this pressure when we were younger, to get a degree and to get a job and to get a promotions and to achieve a certain status by a certain age. And when I got all of that, I was extremely unhappy because within me I had this belief that when I live on my own, I'm gonna be happy, or when I achieve, like a manager role, I'm gonna be happy, or when I get a certain amount of money, I'm gonna be happy. And I had all of those things at some point, and that was the lowest moments in my life. And not only that, but I was going to a direction of being burnout, of having so many responsibilities at work and in my own life, that it became impossible for me to continue in that lifestyle. And the reality is, when we work for someone else, like in an office environment or whatever, The company wants us to work hard for the least amount of pay possible. Employees are literally a cost center, like in a company spreadsheet. And it took me 10 years to realize that. But now I know, and I'm taking back my own power. I'm focused on my inner work and rediscovering of my passions and my own inner power, that I am able to generate income and I'm able to work in something that is more meaningful, that helps people, which is what I want. And for you, it might look different, but I guess what I want to share is that it is important for us to take our power back and to not expect others or your boss to recognize you, because when I was not delivering my highest standards anymore, when I started asking questions, when I started to question the status quo, I was put aside. For example, in one of the jobs that I had, I was over delivering. And then at some point, there was a change in the team, so I started working with a different director, and they promoted someone else to put in my previous role, and I didn't get a promotion, but they promoted someone else. And then I had a burnout, and I was away from work with a doctor's notice for a month. And then I resigned when I came back, because by then I realized that the power of transforming my life is inside of me and it's not externally. And if I were gonna to wait for someone else to notice me and for someone else to pay me as much as I believed I was worth it, that was never gonna come. So I just wanted to briefly share my story, that now for the first time I'm becoming really like self-motivated to do the things that really inspires me and that are meaningful to me for the first time. No more Sunday afternoon depression because I have to work on a Monday. And my life has just become more stable in general, and no like anxieties and pointless meetings and pointless emails and pointless calls that didn't get anywhere. And for me, I'm very grateful that I don't have that in my life, despite all the uncertainty that brings. I'm living off of my savings and I'm developing something new for myself. But I'm very grateful for having the courage to change, and I'm very grateful that I don't have these limiting people and environments in my life anymore. And I'm learning to become my own cheerleader for the first time in my life. And that leads us to the point and topic of courage. If you are feeling like a change is needed in your life, that's going to demand courage of yourself. Courage to change the status quo, to question your work environment, to perhaps question people in your life that are not being supportive of yourself, and having the courage to change and to say no and to put boundaries and to set boundaries in your life if people are invading your space, and having courage to change careers like I am having right now. But as I said at the beginning, sometimes the pain of staying where you are is bigger than the pain required to change. And that's what happened in my own journey. I was physically ill, I had a burnout, I didn't have energy, and my mind wasn't functioning properly. And that was the sign, I guess, that I needed to change and change directions and move on to a different thing. And that's gonna require you to step into the unknown, to become your own motivator in your own life, and to believe in yourself, to believe you are capable of implementing any change that you feel it's necessary, and like to be self-motivated and to believe in yourself, and to claim your power, to reclaim your power that you forgot you have, that you gave it away to external sources, to a job, to a company, to a partner, to someone in your family, some friends, and to reclaim the power back and have the courage to push forward, to believe that you can do it, and to become recognizable to other people. And I can guarantee you that nothing externally will push you to those changes. It has to start internally first, within yourself. And once you believe you are capable in doing that, that's where the self-motivation, strength, and the power is coming in, and the courage is going to come in. So maybe right now you have people in your life that are dragging you down, that don't respect you, that are taking you to self-destructive behaviors and environments, or maybe you're working in a job that doesn't value you, that doesn't pay you how much you're worth, or a partner that is not being respectful of yourself. And you're gonna have to find the courage to change and to decide what's best for you, and not gonna wait for those external situations or people or places to change, because they're not gonna change. And I know some of those changes can be quite difficult, and they are hard work, as I experienced in my own life. And because I know it is hard work, I cherish you for having the courage. And I want to say that I believe in you. I believe you are capable of deciding for yourself what's best for you. And for having the courage, for not settling for less, for learning to believe in yourself, especially when other people don't. And the reality is people are stuck in their own limiting beliefs. So sometimes it's not their fault, but people themselves don't believe they can do it. They don't believe they can change. They complain about the government, they complain about their bosses, but they still choose to be in that environment. So people are just stuck in their own not worthiness, and it is up to you to start making the change. And then hopefully you can inspire other people to change as well. It's important for you to know that sometimes growth means losing people, and that also means creating space for more aligned people to show up in your life, people that are supportive of who you are and who you're meant to become. And that is creating space of everything that no longer serves in your life to clear and release for something new to emerge. So keep it going, my friends. I believe in you. And as I said before, I cherish and I honor the courage for putting yourself first and having the courage to say no and to release from your life what no longer serves, because you know you deserve more. And at the end of the day, only we can offer ourselves that highest love and unconditional love that we deserve. And no other person or external source can offer that to ourselves. And so I honor your courage to keep moving forward, and I can guarantee that our biggest challenges also offer us our biggest rewards and our biggest achievements in life. And as I said at the beginning, let them say you've changed, become unrecognizable to people. And I guarantee you that you're not gonna regret it. And I think that's the whole point of life and evolving to become the best version of ourselves that we can be today. And I'm curious to hear how's that playing out in your life. Drop me a comment below. I'm gonna be very glad to get your feedback. And if this type of content resonates with you, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. As I said, I post weekly videos on personal growth, empowerment, and self-love for gay, bi, and queer men. And I hope to see you again very soon. Peace and have a good day. Bye-bye.